Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as a lot of you may know, the past couple of months have been kind of rough for me, and what is a better way than forgetting all of your real world problems than finding a bunch of immersion mods for Skyrim and just completely being absorbed by them. I'm sure most of us have done it, and if you haven't, maybe you will now. Try it. It's great. Just live in the game. That's all you need. So, I thought I would share with you guys my favorite immersion mods that I've found so far. Some of these I've played with for a really long time, and some of them I found just a couple of weeks ago. A lot of these you guys have probably already heard about. I'm gonna try to get the obvious ones out of the way first, but hopefully some of these you haven't heard of, and it'll help someone out. I don't know. Every mod that I talk about in today's video will be in the description if you want to download them, and if you see me looking this way a lot, it's because I wrote notes for myself, because I tend to go all over the place if I don't, so yeah, I might look down here a lot. And if you have any mods you think I might like, let me know by just commenting, whatever you want to do. Just send a pigeon my way with a note, I don't know, because I am always looking for new immersion mods. So first, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get the mods that I consider to be the base of any immersive playthrough out of the way. So these you've probably heard of. First is Drink, Eat, Sleep, Bathe, which does exactly what you would think it does. It makes the character need to drink, eat, sleep, and bathe. Sadly though, there's like no bathroom needs, so where's that at? It's just a joke. I'm not that weird about it. But yeah, with this mod you can adjust the rate that your needs degrade in case you think it's too slow or too fast. Personally, for me, I always turn up the rate because I feel like it makes it a little bit more realistic. Also, something to go along with that I recommend if you use Drink, Eat, Sleep, Bathe is you should find a mod that adds a bathtub into whichever house you use. I always live in Lakeview Manor, so I don't know about the other houses, but there's a really good mod that I'll leave in the description for you guys that renovates the master bedroom and it adds a bathtub in and it's really cool. I think it also adds in a greenhouse for the northern wing, I think. I think it's the northern. Pretty sure. Also, on the note of Lakeview Manor, I also use a mod that turns that awkward little room in the back of the house into a kitchen, so you don't have to give up your armory or your library, whichever one you choose to get. And it's pretty nice, especially if you're needing to cook things. The second obvious one is Frostfall, which oddly enough is kind of new to me because I kind of had a thing against Sky UI for a while, and I don't know why, because so far I quite like it now that I've actually been using it. A lot of these mods do require Sky UI, so I should go ahead and put that out there. But Frostfall adds in hypothermia. It can let you literally freeze to death. How great is that? It also adds in stats on how warm your clothes are, so if you're like me and you always start off with the College of Winterhold for some weird reason, make sure to stock up on some warm clothes beforehand or you will suffer. You're probably gonna suffer anyways though up there, it's rough. To go with that, I definitely recommend Campfire. Another obvious one, it allows you to make a campfire. I swear I'll get out of the very well-known ones in a minute, just let me get through this, just in case. It is compatible with Frostfall, so it makes exploring through the northern reaches of Skyrim a little easier, though you should still definitely bundle up and maybe spend the night in a cave. You can even have tents with room for your followers, which I really like because I always have a ton of followers. And you're able to cook at your campfire, which is useful for the needs mod. And the final mod that I think is super obvious to everyone, though all of these may be to some of you that are perhaps more well acquainted with mods than I am, is Wet and Cold. This mod makes you and NPCs look visibly wet or cold in bad weather. It adds in cloaks and hoods that you can wear, which do add extra warmth if you play with Frostfall. There's also an add-on you can get that will add in the same effects for Ash if you're in Solstheim. Next we are on to the one that I was probably most excited about finding, which is Skyrim Enhanced Camera. I don't know about you guys, but I really miss the first-person horse riding that Oblivion had. When I'm playing without recording, I always, just do a playthrough where I'm like, I never fast travel, so I tend to ride horses a lot. And being forced into third person was always something that would ruin the immersion for me. So this mod changes that. You are now able to stay in first person when you ride horses or interact with furniture, and you can see your legs, which I was so happy about. Another one that I was very, very excited to find was Take Notes. This mod adds in a journal that you can literally write in. I'm sure a lot of you probably know this about me, but I really love writing about my Elder Scrolls characters. It's kind of unhealthy. But one of the first things I ever wrote about any Elder Scrolls character was the journal of my Dragonborn, Gonair. I would literally just play a few days in-game in Skyrim and then write about them. This would have made it so much easier. And more immersive in my opinion, because I wouldn't have to Alt-Tab and just go to Google Docs instead. So I'll probably end up rewriting it at some point with this. I should say it's better if you use mouse and keyboard with this mod. There's no key bindings for the controller for this mod, which a lot of the times I'm playing on my Steam Link so that I can be lazy and lay over here. And for that I have to use a controller, so it's okay though. It's fine. I'll get over it. Next we have Holidays, which you can probably tell what it is by the name. This mod adds in about 20 different holidays and you'll see NPCs celebrating them throughout the year. And of course you can join them if you want to. I haven't played with this mod for too long, so I've only experienced like 2 of the holidays. But you are able to set your character's birthday with this mod. I believe if you have Sky UI, I don't think it works without that. It also adds in holidays for the day you slayed Alduin, for when the Civil War ends, and you're able to add in your own custom holidays. So now on to my followers, which like I said, I tend to have a lot of. I'm only going to talk about this one briefly because I know everybody that plays Skyrim on the PC and probably Xbox now, I assume stuff like that's on Xbox, has used some sort of follower mod. Personally, I always use Amazing Follower Tweaks, or AFT, and the reason I bring this up is because there is an option that you can enable city outfits and home outfits for your followers, which is really nice, so that if you're just lounging around your home or you're letting them relax, that's another thing you can do. They won't look just overburdened by big pauldrons and whatnot, you know, it's just nice. And speaking of followers, the next mod I want to talk about is Convenient Horses. This mod allows your followers to have their own horses, which they'll follow you around on. You're able to whistle to your horse to call it to you, or you can just have it follow you wherever you go. Also, the nice horse armor is a plus. Since I don't like to fast travel in my immersive playthroughs, one mod that I always have, especially for the beginning of the game, is touring carriages. This one's pretty simple. It just allows you to sit in the carriage and watch as it takes you to your destination. So there's no like cut and you're there. You literally get to watch the whole trip, which may sound boring to some people. I don't know, I'm probably pretty boring. That's why I don't use these mods when I'm recording Skyrim. But yeah, it's just really nice if you don't fast travel and you're in the early game, so you don't really have a horse yet. Beware though, if you have Cicero as a follower, that he will refuse to get in with you. I don't know why that follower mods always seem to be so buggy with Cicero. But it's kind of sad and funny because he just runs after you. So I don't know what to do about that. But you know, usually by the time I get him, I have Shadowmere anyway. Any other follower, even custom ones, will get in with you though. But they tend to like to repeat the same phrase over and over, which is just great if you're traveling across the province. But once again, most of my followers come in when I have a horse, so it's fine. One of the things I really love to have Gonair do while he's sitting at his campfire, besides writing in his journal, is to play a lute. To do so, I use Become a Bard. I think you can also play other instruments with this, and I think your followers will join in with you, but it's nothing I've ever tried. I don't know why, because I've played with this one forever. Ordinator allows you to perform as well, which is a skill overhaul, but Become a Bard adds in a lot of songs that you can play, such as like songs from Morrowind and whatnot. I think you can even add in your own songs. Not really sure how to do that, so I leave that one alone. Now, I'm pretty sure that everyone that has played Skyrim at some point has needed to talk to someone that is behind a locked door. You don't want to break in, but you also don't want to wait around outside for them to come out because your needs are gonna degrade, you have things to do, you don't want to sit there and wait. It's a struggle. So, I recommend simply knock, which is literally what the mod does. If you knock and someone's home, you'll hear their voice, and sometimes they'll let you in, and it's great. Another mod that I haven't gotten to play with for too long, so I can't give the best endorsement on it because I'm still trying it out, is Pumping Iron, which will add more muscle to your character as they level combat skills. I always had Gonair start off fairly thin and then would just open up the race menu to give him more muscle, but now this does it automatically, so Hopefully it'll be cool. I'm still trying this one out, like I said though. But I thought it was cool enough to tell you guys anyway. So another one that I'm just kind of trying out so I can't get too deep into it is Complete Crafting Overhaul. This mod changes the recipes for crafting to make it a little bit more difficult to find what you need, but a lot more realistic. Like I know you have to have like wood or certain pelts and whatnot to craft certain things. Just stuff like that. And to go with that, I recommend Bandolier, which adds in a lot of craftable pouches, and it's completely compatible with the Crafting Overhaul, and also the backpacks that you get in Wet and Cold. It does work with those. I have tried it, so. I always hated how I could be carrying so much that I had almost surpassed my carry weight, but not look like a pack mule. This fixed that for me, and now I have a slight obsession with crafting pouches. It's weird. And now, finally, onto the last mod I'm going to talk about today, which is Realistic Animals and Predators. This mod changes the AI of the animals around Skyrim. There are more animals in the wilderness, but some of them may fear you, and I know some of them have like different personalities and whatnot. Like, if there's a lone wolf, it probably won't attack you, but with a whole pack, it would. Animals now flee from battle if they get too low on health, or if their pack number starts to dwindle. And it also adds in smaller animals and more farm animals throughout the world, which I think is really nice and adorable. So yeah, that's all the mods I'm going to talk about today. Hopefully some of them were new to you guys. I don't know, these are just the mods I'm currently playing with, and I thought I'd share them with you guys. If y'all want me to do a part 2, I'm probably going to be capable of doing that sometime in the future, because like I said, I'm always looking for new mods. Especially since I now have a computer that can actually handle them. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!